How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we are checking out the HOLYSTONE's HS165. It is a foldable 1080p 5G Wi-Fi FPV GPS RC quadcopter ready to fly. So let's open up the box and check it out. All right, so here is the quadcopter. Very nice and compact in design, all folded up. It also has foldable props as well, so very nice. It has the 1080p Wi-Fi FPV camera directly mounted in the front there, and it has a slight tilt angle down, what it looks like to be about 15 degrees or so. So just fold out the arms and it'll click into place, and is looking pretty nice and medium-sized quadcopter. All right, so taking a look at the bottom here, it has some LED lights on each of the arms. What looks like a hole here should have been for an optical flow sensor, but this is a GPS quadcopter. Unless you're flying indoors, you really don't need the optical flow sensor since we have GPS position hold. Here's a on and off button right in the front as well, and in the rear we do have a micro SD card slot, so you can take your photos and videos and record it directly into the micro SD card. Very nice. And here's the battery bay in the back of the quadcopter, and here is the battery. It is a nice size battery here, proprietary battery, of course, 7.4 volt 880 milliamp size battery. I'm not sure what the flight time is, but we should get at least about good 15 minutes of flight time, I am assuming, so we'll check it out. So all you got to do is just slide the battery in, lock it into place. Since we have the on and off switch in the front, on the bottom, we are good to go. All right, so taking a look around on the quadcopter, I don't see any more LED lights or anything like that. So when you want to take the battery out, place your finger on the bottom, place your finger on the top, and just kind of squeeze and it comes right out. All right, so that's the quadcopter. Let's leave the quadcopter right up here and check out what else we get in the box. We get a notebook, HOLYSTONE notebook. That is nice of them to give you one. And here is the instruction manual, and here is a little documentation telling you the cautions of the battery, and here's a little note telling you best wishes. And also we get a bag of goodies, and this one contains extra props, a full 4 extra props, so very nice, one full set. And this bag contains some screws, a screwdriver, and micro USB to USB cable, and that is used to charge up the internal battery of this remote control. That's right, it has a built-in rechargeable battery, and it has a 3.7 volt 300 milliamp size battery, good for about 50 minutes to 1 hour of use, I believe. And here's the charge cable to charge up your battery. So all you got to do is just take your battery out, and there's some connectors right here, and just slide this end right on here and power source the USB. And there is an LED light indicating it is charging, and when it is charging, I do believe it turns green. While it's charging, it is in red. So very, very nice. All right, so let's put this battery back in here, get it ready to go. So taking a look at the remote control, it has a flip out phone clip, and it is spring loaded, fits an iPhone 6 Plus without a problem here. Just fold it down. What looks like a battery compartment, it does not open since it has a internal rechargeable battery. There's some shoulder buttons here, and this one here is to change speeds. That is really nice. And this one here takes a photo and a video. So short pressing it takes a photo, long pressing it takes a video. Here's the power on and off switch, and this button over here turns the GPS on and off. So if you are flying outdoors, you want to have the GPS turned on, and if you are flying in a confined area, you can turn the GPS off and you can fly it manually, but you do have to control it with your sticks, so since it does not have the optical flow sensor. Now here's a trim button. Just hold it down and do the direction of the trims that you want. Here's a return to home button. It is a GPS return to home button. Here's a headless mode button, and here's the 1 key to take off and 1 kilo land. And both sticks to the bottom and in, and both sticks to the bottom and out will unlock the motors of this quadcopter. All right, so let's go for a little demo flight with the HOLYSTONE's HS165, the 5G Wi-Fi FPV GPS RC quadcopter. All right, let's get started with the demo flight of the HS165. Power up the quadcopter, hold down the power button for about 3 seconds, and the LEDs will come on. Blue LEDs in the front and clear LEDs in the rear. Let's place the quadcopter right here and power up the transmitter. Now we are bound already, but this is a GPS quadcopter, so we need to calibrate the compass, and I've already done so earlier, so we are ready to go, but we'll go through the process. Both sticks to the top and in will initiate the compass calibration, but you can also do it from your phone app. So let's get started and turn on the phone app. I'm going to be using my iPad here. Go into your settings and connect with the HOLYSTONE FPV Wi-Fi network, and I'm already connected. And here's the app. It's called the HSGPS phone app. So go ahead and click on it, and there's the interface. Let me start my screen record. There we go. All right, so there's the help icon, the gallery icon, and the fly icon. You want to hit that fly icon, and it says prompt compass calibrate before flight. Oh, somebody's driving by, off-roading in a sedan. Nice. Oh, in Hong Kong, blah blah blah. Okay, so hit yes. So we can calibrate the compass by hitting that settings, and there you go. You got the accelerometer calibrate, and you also got the magnetometer calibrate. So if you hit the magnetometer calibrate, you will do the same thing as if you were to do the both sticks to the top and in. All right, so let's go ahead and hit this magnetometer calibrate. Right now all of the lights are solid, so let me go ahead and hit that, and look at that, it says calibration, and the lights are just blinking sequentially. So let's go ahead and rotate it horizontally. Okay, there's the beep. Now nose up and rotate it again. All right, another beep, and now the lights are solid once more. So compass calibration has been completed. And also, if you want to calibrate the gyros, both sticks to the bottom and to the left will calibrate the gyros, as well as if you were to hit this accelerometer calibrate on the phone app. We're going to do this one manually, so both sticks to the bottom and to the left. There you go. A beep is heard and the lights go blinking and they turn solid. So now we have completed the compass calibration as well as the gyro calibration, so we are good to go. So let's go and check this thing out. Both sticks to the bottom and in will arm the motors, and look at that, it's kind of wobbly. And I believe do that again, you disarm the motors. Both sticks to the bottom and out arms the motors as well, and do that again to disarm the motors. Yeah, the props are not evenly fanned out, so it kind of wobbles a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off the settings and take some photos. Let's go ahead and see if the photos work with the hard remote. Short pressing it. Oh, look at that, it takes a photo as well. Nice. Let's see if the video works. Long pressing it, and I do see the icon and the counter. All right, so we are able to take photos and videos with the hard remote. Now remember, there's the micro SD card slot, in which I did put a micro SD card in here. So all of the photos and videos will be recorded into the micro SD card. Now if you did not have a micro SD card inserted, it will take the photos and videos and record it into the phone app, and thus into your camera roll. Right, I'm going to stop the recording. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the iPad to take some photos like I always do. So let's see now. I got the quadcopter looking straight horizon, but it's shooting the ground. So I have to lift up the nose slightly to get horizon. And there's my buddy over there flying his fixed wing aircraft. The video looks pretty nice. It is 1080p. Black dot on the sun. Okay. Table and the landing pad. And another photo directly in the front. Alright, so there's some photos there. Okay, so I'm going to hit the video icon and take some videos, and I'm going to leave my iPad right here and we'll come back to that in a little bit. Alright, so let's go and check out the core functions of this HS-165, a GPS quadcopter. So let's go ahead and check out 1 key to take off, 1 key to land, and we're also going to check out the return to home and the failsafe return to home, and we're also going to check the low voltage return to home. And I do believe there's a two-phase situation in the low voltage return to home, where in the first phase it'll come back and stay within a geofencing of 20 meters, and in the second phase it'll just land itself. Alright, so both sticks to the bottom and in, we know that it arms the motor, so it's not wobbling on the table because the props are fanned out. And I'm going to go ahead and disarm. I want to see if the 1 key to take off and land works by itself. Nope, you're going to have to arm the motors first. So arming the motors and then hitting this 1 key to take off button, and there you go, self takeoff. Alright, so we got GPS position hold, and check it out, it is holding steady. Yeah, very nice. Still right on top of the table. Oh yeah, very, very nice. Let me go ahead and check it out real quick here. Speed number 1 seems to be pretty nice. All right. Very smooth so far. All right, so let's get it angry. Pull it away from its position hold spot and let go. And it goes back to its position hold spot. Very nice. All right, so we got speed control button. Let's see how many speeds this thing has. And here's speed number 1, full pitch and full yaw. And there's the fixed wing way up there going into a dive. All right, speed number 2. Okay, 2 beeps. And there's the pitch and the yaw speed in speed number 2, and it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, this one is nice. Nice little flyer. Let's see if there's a speed number 3. Nope, goes back down to speed number 1. Okay, so let's test it out in speed number 1 here, or speed number 2. Okay, let's push it out. It's supposed to have a control distance of about 300 to 400 meters and a altitude control distance of about 120 meters. So it has pretty good distance on paper. Let's hit the 1 key or return to home button here, GPS return to home button, and check it out. It rises up in altitude, and we got some beeping going on too on the remote control. and hopefully it stops. It kind of overshot the takeoff spot. No, it did not. Or did it? No, it did not. It's going to land on my table. And let's check it out. I kind of helped it out a little bit, but we did take off from the table and it came back and it landed on the table. So that is just awesome. Okay, we have landed. So now the beeping has stopped. So we are out of the return to home. All right, so let's go ahead and arm the motors once again. Oh yeah, I didn't land on the landing pad like I always do before I check out the return to home function. Okay, so let's check out the 1 key to land. I forgot to do that. Okay, 1 key to land, and I'm redirecting the path of the quadcopter. Oop, I kind of messed up at the last second trying to get in the center of the landing pad, but it does land itself, and very nicely too, and you are able to control its landing path with your pitch and roll stick while it's landing. All right, so let's go ahead and do that again. Arming the motors, taking off and sending it out, and let's see if I can take regain control or get out of the return to home. Pressing the return to home button again, and it is coming back, and I'm going to go ahead and hit it again, and we are out of the return to home. Very nice. So we are flying about in GPS mode. So let me let go of the sticks, and it comes to a hover. None of that fish bowling effect as well, or the toilet bowl effect as well. Let me go ahead and turn off the GPS and fly this thing without GPS. So there is no GPS position hold, and it is drifting a little bit with the slight breeze that we have this morning. Very little amount of breeze, but it is starting to drift off. So let me go ahead and fly this thing without GPS position hold. It'll fly a little bit smoother right after the turns. So if you want to just fly it kind of sporty, turn the GPS off, and if you want GPS position assist, then turn the GPS on. Okay, let me go ahead and turn the GPS on. It is drifting, and check it out. It just come to a hover and it stops in its tracks. Pretty awesome, isn't it? Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and check out the fail-safe return to home. And I do believe in the manual, what it does explain is that the quadcopter needs to lose connection with the hard remote as well as the Wi-Fi FPV connection. So Wi-Fi phone app has to lose connection as well for it to return to home and do a fail-safe return to home. So let's go and test it out. I'm going to turn off the hard remote. Okay, turned off the hard remote. Now it's not going to do anything because it is still connected to the Wi-Fi phone app. So automatically the connectivity transfers from the hard remote to the Wi-Fi phone app. So let me go ahead and grab my iPad. So it is connected to the iPad now, so it won't do a fail-safe return to home. If I disconnect my Wi-Fi network with the quadcopter, then it will do a fail-safe return to home. But we are able to fly with the Wi-Fi phone app. So I'm going to turn on my virtual sticks here and check it out. I got control of the quadcopter and I am flying back towards myself. All right, so the fail-safe return to home does work, but you need to turn off your Wi-Fi FPV feed as well from your device. But check it out, I am flying it with my phone app. So this GPS quadcopter can be flown without the phone app turned on because you do have the micro SD card DVR on board. So if you want to just fly about line of sight and take some photos and videos, and if you happen to go out of distance and lose connection, it will return to home because you are not connected to the Wi-Fi phone app. And look at that, it is a very smooth flying quadcopter. Very nice. Hello. Yeah, with the Wi-Fi phone app. Very nice. Smooth controls. And because the camera is kind of angling down, you can go up, and I'm going to reverse. I'm going to go down in altitude a little bit, and it's a little wobbly coming down. It's eating its own prop wash there. Okay, I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to give it a yaw spin, and it is directly looking at me, and I'm going to pull back and up at the same time. All right, there you go. Bye. How cool is that? Nice, huh? All right. You can pull back. All right, wobbling its way down. And what I'm going to do is leave the iPad right here back on the table, and let's see if we regain connection with the hard remote. Turning the hard remote back on, couple of beeps, and we should regain control. All right, so that is really nice. Okay, I heard a beep. So does that mean that we are in low voltage? Let's see. I'm still going out. That's beyond 20 meters. I think that just means that we are reconnected with the hard remote. Yeah, we shouldn't be in low voltage as of yet. This thing should have better flight time than that. All right, so let's see if we can do some FPV. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the virtual sticks and check it out. Okay, going forward. Okay, turning around. Okay, got me on my sights and coming forward. Going over me, passing by me, and turning around. Very nice controls. Coming over me one more time and stopping. All right. All right, let me do one of those fly away things one more time. There you go, flying away and going up in altitude. Nice. All right, let's go and see how far I can go. It's supposed to have a distance of 300 to 400 meters, and I see that the battery level indicator showing just 1 or 2 bars, couple of bars I do believe. Okay, so we are closing in on the maximum flight time here, and what it looks to me like is I'm pitching forward, but we are not moving anymore. So we are in first phase of low voltage, so I am stuck within a 20-meter geofencing. So let me try that again. Going away from me, still pitching forward all the way, and look at that, I hit a geofence and it is not moving forward anymore. All right, so we are in the first phase of low voltage return to home, and that is really nice because then you know you have enough battery power to bring it home. So wherever it is, it will come back within the 20-meter distance from where you are automatically to save battery power. So you know that you will be able to bring home this quadcopter. And look at how smooth this thing flies. Very nice. Okay, so I'm just going to go and fly about back and forth until it hits the second phase of low voltage return to home, in which it should come down and land. I'm not sure if it lands where it took off from or if it just lands in its spot. So I'm going to go ahead and fly about in front of me, and I'm going to come down in altitude just a little bit. Okay, battery level indicator is showing just 1 bar, looks like. And I'll come down in altitude a little bit more here. And check it out, very nice. Stop in its tracks. So a good selfie GPS quadcopter. So you can shoot down a little bit wherever you are located, right? So because the camera has a slight tilt angle downward, so it's located right there. And see, I'm right here, so you can go ahead and even come down a little bit lower. And you can come forward just a little bit, right around there. And you can get an overall shot of where you are. So very nice quadcopter. And it is holding steady, GPS position hold. And looks like the lights are blinking to indicate that it is in low voltage phase number 1. So we'll wait until it goes into phase number 2. Okay, there's some beeping going on, and oh, look at that, it is going to land where it took off from. It moved above the landing pad, and it is on its way down. It kind of turned around too, so pretty nice. Let's see where it lands, and the remote control is just beeping away. Okay, it came to a landing about 5 or so quadcopter distances away, but that is more than close enough. All right, so there you have it, guys, my test flight and review of the HOLYSTONE HS165, the GPS quadcopter with the 5G Wi-Fi FPV 1080p camera.